Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would show you what makeup I took with me on holiday. I recently went to Cyprus and I'm doing this because I wonder if there's other people like me. A lot of you have asked, could you do what makeup you take on holiday? And I never do it because when it comes to packing, I lose all rhyme or reason. When I tell you I pack abysmally, no word of a lie. I mean, I didn't even bring a hairbrush because I try to bring as little as possible and I end up bringing absolutely nothing. Also, when it came to my makeup, I bring things I would never normally use and it's a disaster. And my advice is, take the makeup you always wear every day. It's just, you can always add a moisturizer or a serum into your foundation to make it more fluidy. But taking stuff that you don't normally use is just so, and I wasn't going to do this, but this has been sitting on my table since I got back last Saturday. And I thought, you know what? I need to show you how awful my packing is. I mean, I didn't bring stuff for my hair, like, what do you call it? Detangler. I didn't bring anything. I don't know why. I seem to think that I'll only need the bare minimum, but you actually realise that you use the stuff you use for a reason. Anyway, so I went to Cyprus, stayed at the Four Seasons, which was absolutely miraculous. We were there for about, I'm worried about this glare. We were there for about 9 days and it was beautiful. I've never been to Cyprus before. I've been to Greece. And the hotel was absolutely stunning. I mean, the restaurants, we booked a restaurant. There's several different restaurants there and along the strip, you go in different hotels and things, were like out of this world. The food was incredible. The private beach, you got a little bell, you press the bell and you get someone come around and you order your club sandwich every day. And oh my God, it was just delightful. It was just so nice to kind of have a break and just to relax and a bit of sunshine and dipping in and out of the sea. And oh, it was just lovely. But anyway, let's get on to what I packed makeup wise. Now, when we fly, and this is another thing, do you wear makeup when you travel? Yes or no? I do. So we always fly very early in the morning. If we're doing long haul, it'll be at night. But if we're doing short haul, it's about 4.5 hours from the UK to Cyprus. We always go early. I highly recommend it because that means you get to your destination at lunchtime. I don't want to get there at 5 o'clock. I like to get there at lunchtime and you're not wasting the day. So we leave about 4 o'clock in the morning, we take a 7 o'clock flight and I will get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I will do my makeup. Okay? Because you've got, you know, it's still a whole day of traveling essentially. And like I said, I feel more with it with my makeup on. Okay? So I put my regular makeup on, funnily enough. And then this is what I packed. Bearing in mind, it's a beach holiday, you think, oh, I'm not going to need a lot. You know, we're going out for dinner in the evening, blah, blah, blah. I thought it would be a good idea to take a tinted moisturiser because most people recommend taking tinted moisturiser. So I took It Cosmetics, It Cosmetics Nude Glow CC. I did bring my double wear as well. And for me, this just slides off your face. Bearing in mind, in Cyprus, it was 36 degrees. And even in the evening, we were literally sweating buckets at dinner. There wasn't even a breeze. It was so hot. I wore this. I've got the shade light medium and it's quite dark. And I just put this on anyway. I didn't like how it sat on my skin at all. It just seemed to just wipe off. And I'm a face toucher, you know, I sit and I'm, you know, and it just wiped off. I nearly brought MAC Melba blush, which is what I'm wearing now. But instead I brought Merit Stockholm, these cheek things, right? Now this, I'd put it on top of this and it would take off the foundation So it was such a you know, a fight against this and this, because it was just taking this off. And it wasn't very bright either. It was like a really sort of cool tone pale pink. So this was really dark. This was really pale pink. And it looked just, I didn't like the way it looked, okay? It didn't work. One thing I did bring that was really, really good was my Estee Lauder bronzer. So what I tended to do was just slap on a load of this bronzer and a bit of this. But I brought these two things and I just didn't like it, okay? Do you know what I brought to set with? Mineral Veil. I brought Mineral Veil. Why? I never set my foundation with Mineral Veil, but I thought I'm just going to bring it anyway. And this, on top of this, with this, was just a chalky mess. It didn't really work. It just, I looked pale, but dark, but grey. I don't know. I just didn't like the combo of it. I did wear double wear, I think, one evening. Thank goodness. Because it just sat much better on my skin and it looked nicer, even with just bronzer. And then I brought the Tarte Shape Tape, which I don't even have much left. So I was scraping this out to put under my eyes. It's finished. I was missing my Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. Now, let me tell you about eyeshadow, okay? I didn't bring any of my eyeshadows. What I did bring, because I hear loads of people talking about eyeshadow sticks, they're really easy to use, great for travel, la la la. So I brought some of these L'Oreal eyeshadow sticks. I have to say I like the colour of this one, which is, oh, what's this one called? I don't know. Where is the name on this? Eyeshadow, I don't know, but I like this colour, okay. I like this colour. I brought this colour as well. Oh, I've just broken it. Oh my good God. Which I didn't like. And I brought this bronzy colour because I thought, oh, bronze. Right? These for me, they don't blend and they make my eyes water like hell. So I'd do my makeup, I'd put this on, and my eyes would start streaming like no other. I don't know what it is about it, but it just makes my eyes just sting and stream. And I tried to do this and this, you know, with the lighter colour on the thing and this in the crease, and I just couldn't blend it. I mean, I was like, what am I looking like? It looked awful. It didn't blend. This one was just, it didn't even sit on the eyelid very well. This one was okay on the eyelid, but this one they don't really blend, so you couldn't really get the blend in. And I thought I was really clever bringing these eyeshadow sticks with me, but they were just bloody awful. So I ended up just using my bronzer as an eyeshadow. I brought the stump of this. This is the Makeup by Amy, just to get some eyeliner on. And, you know, fine. I brought this one tiny brush to apply my foundation and blush with. I did bring my beauty blender to put concealer on. Oh, for eyebrows, I brought, because again, I thought, you know, just going to be putting on a bit of brow, the Merit Brow thing. But the colour of it is so neutral, cool toned that it just, all the things I was wearing was just not going together. This is my Benefit one and it's got a bit of warmth in it and I like. Anyway, I didn't like it. For lips, oh my God. This is what I brought for lips. Rouge Edition Velvet from Bourjois. I thought, you know, because you've got to have a bright lip on holiday. And this is a matte finish, apparently, and it's called Peach Club. Now, I don't think this was a matte finish. And every time I put it on, I hadn't even worn it before. I got it specifically for holidays because I thought, you know, it's nice to have a bright lip. It looked dry, patchy. By the end of the evening, it was like all over my chin. This paired with these eyes, I just looked unhinged. It was just yuck. Then I brought this lip gloss, which I've not worn before, and it's MAC Pearl. And I got this ages ago because Melissa from Jersey Shore used to wear this. And I'm sure it's nice paired with something, but I didn't even bring a lip liner. I did not bring a lip liner. So I just wore this on its own. And again, it just looked bitty. It just pulled apart on the lips. It didn't sit nicely at all. It just looked awful. So that didn't work. Then I brought, the last lip thing I brought was this Bare Minerals Mineralist Lip Gloss in Vision. And I thought, okay, that's good. We'll have a bit of a bright pink lip. You know, a bit of hydration on the lips. Which was fine. Okay, it was fine. It didn't come up very pink. And you would have needed a lip liner or something with it. Do you know what I mean? You would have needed a lip liner, which I just did not bring. I don't know why. So that's what I brought with me. That was the makeup that I brought. Stuff I never really use or wear. Absolutely horrendous. On the way back, I wore my double wear with a ton of mineral veil on top to set it. There was absolute carnage at the airport because it was flight delays. It was horrendous. I'm still recovering because I don't do well with things like that. And I looked grey when I came back. You know, when you come back from holiday, it's like, my dad was like, oh, you're not even tanned. I am tanned. I just look, I've got a 10 ton of mineral veil on that made me look like someone had thrown a flower over my head. It just, you know, when things you're just like, why is nothing working? So that was awful. I couldn't wait to come back and just use my regular makeup. Okay, this is my regular makeup and I look normal. I don't know why I think, do you know what it is? Because in the past, I've gone on holiday before and brought palettes and never used them. But that was before I had like a signature look. So that's why. I mean, I always end up taking bizarre makeup with me on holiday. I don't know what it is. I'm like, oh, I've never used this makeup palette in 100 years. Why not take it on holiday? So, note to self, this is like note to myself, you do you. I'm sure you bring the correct stuff on holiday. I don't. I just bring your regular makeup, what you wear every day. I would have been much happier if I'd just done my regular face like this. Like, what was I thinking? I can't do that kind of, oh, I'm on a beach holiday, I'm just going to wear minimal makeup. I just can't do it. I probably look better just wearing nothing at all. I think the trick is, or the key is, is how you apply it. And applying less. Not even applying less. It doesn't really matter. In the evening is the evening, so you're going to wear, you know, your makeup as is. It's not going to look too much or too less, but for me, I've got to bring the stuff I normally use. Now, regarding packing, I don't like I think what it is for me is I don't like overpacking. I just can't stand it when you have to repack and you can't get things back in the suitcase. So I brought enough dresses to wear for the evening and I brought my sports stuff. I just didn't bring the best footwear, let me say. I didn't bring my hair stuff. I didn't bring perfume. I decided, and also, I wonder how people pack. I wonder how you pack because I hate, it stresses me out so much trying to figure out what to bring, what not to bring. I don't like decantering stuff into small bottles. I managed to decant some of my Emma Hardy into a small pot. And I bought a little face wash bottle. I then decanted some of my banana shampoo into a different bottle. And then I decided to put my conditioner, hair conditioner, which was much needed because I didn't bring a detangler, into a small tiny pot like this. So it gave me about 2 bits of conditioner. And everybody knows hotel conditioner just doesn't work. Then it occurred to me, I wonder if it's better when you go to said country to perhaps go to their local pharmacy and get a shampoo and conditioner there. Is that something you would do? I don't know, because I thought I'm not going to bring these 2 heavy bottles of shampoo and conditioner. But then again, if you're going to use it every day, should you bring it? And I'm not lugging around 2 massive suitcases. I'm just not doing it. I like to bring a small suitcase and that's that. So there's the realistic what makeup I take with me on holiday, and it's rubbish. It's rubbish. So don't count on me to give you advice on that, because I am just the worst. Well, there you have it. Anyway, thoughts on holiday was wonderful. And let me tell you about just generally Europe, right? It's like an epiphany. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody just looks happy and healthy in any shape they are. You don't have any of that pressure of feeling, you know, insecure in your bikini, because everybody's all sorts of shapes and sizes and nobody cares. Everyone just gets in the sea, and they're all standing in the sea, having a chat, having a wonderful time. No one's worried about your tummy. I mean, my stomach was out here. I was so bloated because, once again, I forgot to take, and not forget, I didn't take my Simprove. I take Simprove every single day. And I thought, who needs it on holiday? So I had a big belly. I had a yellow-orange cover-up, so I looked like a massive mango every time we went to the beach bar for a drink. So many ladies, like Italians and Russians, who just dressed impeccably, beautifully, matching kaftan with bikini, lovely straw hat, mani-pedi. Did I even have a mani-pedi? No. Lovely flip-flops. Did I bring my flip-flops? No, I didn't. I mean, I couldn't find my flip-flops. So while I was there on my sun lounger, I made a list of what to take next time on a beach holiday, making notes of what ladies were wearing, because some people just wore these beautiful outfits in the morning at breakfast, and I was just like, oh, noted it down. Beach bag, beach thingy, you know, matching kaftans, rose gold flip-flops, straw hat. Like, those are the things I picked up on, and I love people watching. So for me, I love just lying on that sun lounger, or even not just the sun lounger at the beach, but at breakfast, seeing how people come down to breakfast and how people dress. You've got 2 types of people. You've got the ones that just come in their sports gear, ones that just come in shorts and t-shirts, and then you've got those who really, you know, they come down dressed in all the gear, and it looks, you know, impeccable and gorgeous and beautiful, and I love it. But I had a lovely time, and I didn't worry about my big fat stomach, so that's fine. The food was amazing, people were amazing, staff was just phenomenal, just everything was lovely, and I think Europe's fabulous, really, in that respect. I think especially for, you know, like, people really value older people and elderly people. They gather together, they chat, they laugh, they talk, you know, it's just a nice way of living. I just think it's lovely. And of course, obviously the heat is really good for you and your joints and everything like that. So I really enjoyed it and had a lovely holly bob. And now August is coming, and for me, that's it, summer's over. I've had my summer holiday, I'm ready for autumn, I'm ready for it. So come August 1st, I am like, right, that's it, it's autumn. That's it for me. That'll do me. I hope you're well. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know how you pack. Are you a good packer? What do you bring with you? Or you just like, yeah, whatever, I'll just, you know, go by the skin of my teeth. I always find it so difficult because you end up with so much like dirty washing, don't you? And yes, you can get the hotel to wash your stuff for you, but really, I mean, I ended up coming back and doing a million loads of washing, but you have, and like, what do you do with the, oh my gosh, I mean, you'd think, I'm a seasoned traveller, you'd think I'd know these things by now, but obviously not. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed what I packed on my makeup for holiday, and I will chat to you in my next video. Bye.